Hey guys, if you're watching this, it's because you're getting ready to start lit circles. I'm going to make this video pretty short and sweet. Most everything you need to know is readily available for you, so all you have to do is read. But I am going to go through a few things. So when you get ready to start lit circles, one thing I need you to know is that it's going to count as 2 test grades. You will have 1 test grade for your actual job that you're going to be assigned, and then you will have 1 test grade for your discussion. For my remote learners, your discussion is going to be through Flipgrid. Flipgrid is a website that I will introduce you to. I will have another video on how to sign up for it, but I'll show you where it is just in this video to give you kind of a basic idea. It will be a little bit different than what you're used to. You're going to actually record audio or video, whichever you prefer. You can just record your voice if you want, or you can record like your actual image like I'm doing here and post it so that y'all can have an actual verbal discussion online. But either way, if you are in class or online, the very first thing that you should probably do is go to this week's folder. So this week we are October the 12th through the 16th, right? Yeah. Scroll down to where you find your lit circle folder, and in a little bit this video will be right there. I had one up there earlier, guys, but I'm redoing it because I changed some stuff. Anyway, once you go in, the very first thing that you need to do, if you're a remote learner, you need to click on this very first file because this is going to give you your group and assignment. I did not assign you groups based off of your class. I assigned them based off of basically, I didn't want to leave any group in the lurch, so I tried to make sure every group had a decent amount of students who regularly participate. So these are the groups. You, of course, can go in and access this yourself and see it on your own. Print it if you need to print it. It tells you that those are your groups, like Clinton is in group 1, Giovanni and Diana, and they are not all from the same class. Clinton is in 3rd and Diana is in 6th, so, or 7th, no, I think 6th. Yeah, 6th. So, the class aspect will vary. But once you know for sure what group you're in and what job you have, because that's another thing it tells you. In here, you also see your jobs. So you guys have been assigned specific jobs: the discussion director, the literary luminary, the connector, or possibly, if there's enough people, your group might have a collector position. There is a separate video for you if you're a collector on how to find articles, so I highly suggest that you watch that video so that you do a good job with that. Anyway, once you've done that, you need to go down and peruse your job and your information. I am not going to go through every single one of these, as I think that they're pretty well explained. It breaks down exactly what you need to do for each job. This in green is your overall idea for what you need to do during the discussion. And then in blue is your individual jobs. Now, of course, there's more to it than just what's written in blue. You need to read it all. If you have a question about your job, you need to message me about it immediately. I also want to point out that with each job, you have a typed or official copy that you are required to turn in to me. That is what I will grade for your test grade. So you need to make sure that you get that done. And then, of course, with the collector, you have one more video. Where is it? Yeah, you have one more video that you need to watch about how to find scholarly articles. Also, down here, guys, I have changed this. I will update this in just a second, but it says that with remote learners that obviously you do need to still do the official copies, but it says that you're going to partake in a discussion board and that you will have a separate rubric with 3 original posts. I've changed my mind about that. You are going to do a discussion board, but you're going to do it through Flipgrid. Because you're doing it through Flipgrid, I'm going to grade you with the same rubric that I'm grading the in-class kids, and I'll change this in just a little bit so that it matches. If you're curious about how you're graded, you have 2 rubrics. You have one that's for your individual work, and it breaks down each aspect of your job. As far as the remote kids, the classwork, honestly, I'm going to base this off of your overall work. If you turn in something where everything, all of your score for it is down here, then I'm probably going to drop your classwork down here as well. Because to me, that implies that you hadn't really been working on it nearly like what you should be working on it. So I'm going to base your classwork off of the rest of your work. I'm just going to kind of average it out. Wherever the rest of your work averages, that's where your classwork will average. So, of course, you want to make sure that you do a good job. Once again, I'm not going to read this to you. I'm going to let you go through and read it and print it and have it. Same way with the class discussion aspect, you also have a rubric for it, which is right here. It's below the individual jobs. It breaks down what I'm looking for. Now, there is a few differences. Obviously, most kids, both in class and out of class, will get the points for all of their self-assessment. What you're really looking at is the points that I give you, which is the majority of your grade right here. So you just need to pay attention to this kind of stuff. Obviously, with remote learners, I won't necessarily look for notebooks per se, but I will look to see that you are going through your stuff. This is large enough jobs that you're not going to be able just off the cuff say stuff. So I'll grade you in that regard. But go through, read those, make sure that you understand them. If you have any questions, please let me know. I think that is it. Like I said, for the collector, there's a video here for you if you're a collector that helps you. Before you do the Space Cat, you need to print this article down here, and then you can watch the Space Cat. I use this article in the Space Cat, so you're going to be somewhat confused in this video if you haven't at least skimmed or read through the majority of this article right here. These other two articles, everyone will be doing work with for their individual jobs, so they do need to be printed as well so that you have them. And then that's really it. You've got your video about how to complete Space Cat and everything you need. I will be doing a video about Flipgrid, but next week when you, for remote learners specifically, when you get into week 4, you can't see it yet, but when you get in there, you will face Flipgrid down here. Basically, you'll have a little folder that you'll go into when you get ready for your discussion. In here, you just click on your discussion group, click it again when you get to this window, and it will bring up this. And I'll go through a video about how to join, how to sign up, all that good stuff. You're going to record videos here. It'll be, hopefully, I'm really excited to see how this turns out because you guys can talk back and forth. Obviously, if you don't want to do a visual of yourself, that's fine. You don't have to. You can just record the audio, but I do want to at least hear your voice. So that's it, guys. I think that's all I've got for you. I'm trying to think if there's anything left out. Oh, right above your discussion folder right here, guys, is where you turn in your actual job. Don't forget that you have to do both. With remote learners, of course, in class as well, but you'll turn it in to me. But with remote learners, you have to participate in the discussion through Flipgrid and submit your job in your Lit Circle place right here, Lit Circle job. So make sure that you do both. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, all right? I'll see you on the next video.